So I've got good news about the state of race relations in America. One, we understand that this country is not quite there yet in terms of our race relations. Now, why is that good news? It's because if you acknowledge the problem, you understand the problem, you can go on your way to fixing it. There's actually one group that doesn't understand the problem, but let me first give you the context and then tell you who that group is. So first of all, by 2043, non-Hispanic whites will become a minority of our populations. They're already a majority, of course, today, and already among the new kids that are born, non-Hispanic whites are a minority. By 2043, if you look at the entire population, whites will be a minority. So, in fact, the breakdown, according to estimates, by 2050 will be non-Hispanic whites 47%, Hispanics 28%, African Americans 13%, Asians 7%, and multiracial individuals 4%. I'm surprised that number is that low. My guess is that that would actually be higher by that time, because I suspect that given these numbers, there'll be a lot more multiracial couples going in the future, more so than the trajectory indicates today. So now, when people were asked today, though, well, look, even though we're headed to that situation, do you still believe that minorities are at a disadvantage and if we should do something about it? And the results were fascinating. This was a report that was done for the Center for American Progress and PolicyLink. It was a massive study. And they say new steps, this was the question, new steps to reduce racial and ethnic inequality in America through investments in areas like education, job training, and infrastructure improvement. Do you want to do that? 71% of Americans say that they agree with that. Think about that. They recognize that there are racial and ethnic inequalities in America and that the way to fix that is through investments. 71% is not a small number. You know, the idiots in Washington keep saying this is a center-right country. Really? If 71% of Americans say, yes, there is racial inequalities, and yes, we should spend money to address that, you really think it's a center-right country? I think it's a center-left country, and decidedly so. In fact, if you look at whites who theoretically should be against this, oh, what, you're going to spend money to help minorities? Now, if you think like a right-winger and you're out for yourself and you think, I don't care about our community, I don't care about other races, so I'll look out for my own, you would think that whites would be against this. Well, they're not. Actually, 63% of all whites support this as well. They want to spend money to make sure that we get rid of racial and ethnic inequality. There's only one group that opposes it: conservative whites. And they're not even that large a percentage in this case. It's 51% of white conservatives oppose the idea of spending money to address racial and ethnic inequalities. They're the only remaining standouts saying, no, either there is no problem with race inequality, or even if there is, I don't give a damn and I don't think you should spend any money on it. So I think that's enormously encouraging. That means they are losing, and that number is getting smaller and smaller every day. And all Americans, including white Americans, are saying in aggregate, yes, there is an issue, and yes, the government should do something to fix it. Now, you can disagree about what it is that the government should do to fix it, and I think that's a worthy debate, but they realize it's a problem and that someone needs to address it. Finally, I found one other thing encouraging here. It's that when they asked a much tougher question, and that was, are you willing to invest significantly more public funds to help close the gap in college graduation rates between black and Latino students and white students? 61% of Americans said yes. 61% is not a small number either. That's a comfortable win. If you win an election with 61%, that's a mandate. That's a blowout, right? 61% saying we should spend significantly more resources to make sure that we get equality of opportunity in education between the different races. America's on the right path. Yes, there are some leftover conservatives that are still fighting the bad fight, but they're going to lose. They're in the middle of losing right now.